Hey, what's happening, folks? We're here Wednesday evening. Thanks again for coming by the channel. I was actually here yesterday too, but I only sold one item, so I was kind of in and out and wanted to get done pretty quickly. It was this Seattle Mariners t-shirt. I would have got it at Goodwill for about $1. I think I sold it for, it'll say there what I sell for like $10, something like that. Maybe it was less than that. But so that was yesterday. So we're here today. Today I have 4 orders going out, 1 on Mercari, 3 on eBay. Total gross sales, a little over $32, so not very much. So we're going to get those pulled and get those packed up. But first, I want to answer or talk about a comment that a viewer left. And it's a pretty good comment, so I just wanted to make sure we just kind of touch base on it or whatever. And but I have kind of talked about auctions a little bit in the past. But so I'll put the comment up here so you can read it, and you can go ahead and pause it if you want to read the whole thing. But it was from @Tyler, looks like Loren. I'm sure I mispronounced that. @Tyler Loren 3692. He was commenting on the last video when I had all those hats that I bought at like a warehouse sale thing for $1 each. So I bought 15 hats for $1 each, and I spent $15. But it basically said that I could lot all those hats up together and auction them off, and it would save me some time. And that's a great suggestion. And honestly, I personally, and this is just my opinion, I don't deal with auctions too much. The last auction I did were for these baseball cards, and I took them down. Where am I pointing to? Right there. So I did end up selling one outright as a buy it now, but some of the basketball ones that I had, I put on an online auction, and I think I set the first bid as like basically to get my money back, and that's basically all they sold for. So, but I was just going to say, those particular hats like that, since they are name brand, some of them are new and some of them are vintage, I didn't want to really do an auction too much on those. And I'm okay with like listing them and just taking my time selling them throughout the year or whatever, however long it takes. They don't take up a lot of space, and I can drop the price, and usually hats do a pretty good job. They sell pretty well. You got to be careful with auctions where it's got to be something really valuable or that has a lot of eyes on it. I think I've done lots of like Hot Wheel cars, or if I had like Legos or something like that, you could do those in an auction. But with those hats, I don't think I'm going to do an auction for, but it did make me think, and Tyler, you motivated me here, because I remember that I had this old box of vintage hats, a huge box here. I got these in an online auction, and some of them I took out and I already listed. They were like a St. Louis Billikens hat, but these aren't anything like super fancy. They're just like local trucker company hats, but I'm pretty sure they're all vintage. Some of them are kind of nice and have like, the company name on them and everything. What was the one that I was looking at? Yeah, this one. So I don't know. But what I'm going to do is, because I've been sitting on these for a long time, and I got these like super cheap on an online auction. Like I think I got these for like under $5, like maybe even a couple bucks. When I was doing those high bid auctions, when I was doing those high bid auctions, I was getting stuff really cheap. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to put those on an auction and set it for something super cheap, like maybe $5 or $2 or something like that, and just see what happens. So stay tuned. So we're going to do an auction with those probably. Oh, and the other thing I was going to mention with auctions, it costs money on auctions. Like even if I do an auction and they don't win or nobody bids on them, and the auction ends, I'm pretty sure I still get charged for that, and I don't really like doing that. So. But anyway, that's a good suggestion. Yeah, I mean, thanks for thinking about me, wanting to save me some time and everything. But I think with those name brand hats, I don't think I want to do an auction with those. But something like this, something that's like kind of obscure, has a little bit of value, and I don't really care how much money I get for them, I just get them gone, then I'm going to do an auction for those. So, but thanks for leaving a comment. Appreciate that. Thanks for watching my videos. So that's pretty awesome. But let's go ahead and pull some orders. All right, first item going out is in tote Q, and it's right up here, is this Real Tree long sleeve shirt, and this sold on Mercari for $8.50 plus shipping. Then I have out of tote W a 101 ESPN t-shirts. All right, there you go. When I got this at Goodwill for a little over $1, and this sold for $7 plus shipping on eBay. Then out of Tote R, I got a sock monkey. There it is. I picked this up a really long time ago at Goodwill, and I got it super cheap, and I took an offer on it because I've had this thing forever. So this sold for $7 plus shipping. Then out of File Cabinet 1, I've got some Abercrombie and Fitch shorts. There they are. Yep. So I would have got these at Goodwill for a little over $1, and these sold for $10 plus shipping. And it never fails again. I sold the game as soon as I put everything away and take my mic off. So we got the South Park game. I got this at the yard sale for $1. It sold for, I think it was $7.05 plus shipping. Hey there, what's happening, folks? We're here Thursday night. It's going to be a little bit of a quick one here. I just have 2 orders going out tonight. Macari, I have one, and eBay, I have another one. So total gross sales about $21. It's coming off a good weekend, and then I'm having a couple of slow days. But if it's going how it's been going, then it's going to pick up again this weekend. So that'll be nice. But guess what came in? My bubble wrap. This looks like huge. It actually is. Nice and dirty. So ordered from American Bubble Boy. This has nothing to do with them. They have very good service, very good customer service, very good quality bubble wrap. They ship super fast, but they ship with FedEx, and FedEx is absolute trash. It just almost never comes to me exactly on time at all. So that stinks. So yeah. But it finally came today, a week late. So there you go. Finally got some bubble wrap. All right, let's go ahead and pull some orders. First item going out is a Fila long sleeve shirt. I got this at a yard sale for like $0.25. So I got all that other stuff. I don't know if you guys remember the North Face jacket, some other things. But yeah, got this for super cheap. This actually sold on Macari for $13.44 plus shipping. Then I sold another one of these pennants that I got a long time ago. Should be in a, there they are. I got a whole bunch of these. Well, not a whole bunch, but you can see how many are there. I've sold quite a few of them, and they kind of died off. But I got these a long time ago. I think I paid $20 for a bunch of them, and I've been selling them for like $10 to $15 each. But these are super cool. Looks like I got the vintage, like the old Houston Oilers, Jets. I just think these are so cool. But yeah, still got them listed, so maybe I'll have to drop the price on them, but I'm just surprised. But the one that actually sold was this one. The NFL, just a standard like NFL one. There's a Cleveland Brown one. Gosh, these are so cool. I cannot believe they haven't sold yet. But anyway, so this, I'm into this for like $1 or less, somewhere around there. This sold for $8 plus shipping. Hey there, what's happening, folks? We're here Friday evening, and I got a funny story for you, so we're going to get into that in just a second. But I have 3 items going out tonight. My total gross sales is $68, so that's pretty good. My cost of goods into these items are a little over $3, so the return on the investment is pretty nice tonight, so that's pretty good. One on eBay, one on Poshmark, and I had my first sale on Etsy. And of course, it's an item that is going all the way to Norway. So I have to figure out for my first time how Etsy does shipping labels. And also I got to figure out the shipping label is correct because it's got to go through customs and all that and have the right customs label. So we're going to figure that out. I'm probably not going to show you because it's my first time and there's just a lot of personal information, their information, my information. But maybe I'll let you guys know how I did it in another video. I don't know. This is going to be an experience for me. But so yeah, we'll get to that. I'll pull my orders and everything. But first, I got to keep talking about, I've talked a little bit in this video about the issue that I have with my bubble wrap and FedEx. And I'm sorry, guys, to bore you with this. If you don't want to hear my story, just go ahead and skip ahead to where you see me pulling videos, that kind of thing. But I try not to be long-winded. But this is just too funny for me not to share. And if you guys haven't figured out yet from watching my channel, I tell it like it is for the most part. You guys get what you get when you watch me, and I'm, honest basically for the most part. I mean, I show you guys everything, all my mistakes, all that kind of stuff, and like my I guess bad comments or whatever. Like I talk about everything. But if you haven't figured out, you better watch my channel. I can be a little snarky and petty, and that's just how I am. Partially because I find it fun, which might be a morbid kind of thing. I don't know, but anyway. So dealing with FedEx, and you already saw in the video, I had an issue with getting bubble wrap. It was over a week late, and anytime I order bubble wrap and it gets delivered FedEx, it gets delivered to my neighbor across the street. It's late. It's just terrible. So I finally picked up my bubble wrap, as you know, and then I got an email from FedEx, and I'll put it up here so you can kind of see it. I might cut off where it came from, but you can kind of see what they say. But I had a ticket opened because I couldn't find, or they couldn't deliver my package, and it was like sitting on the truck or wherever it was forever. And they said that we're sorry, we've exhausted our resources or whatever, and we were not able to locate your package. Keep in mind, I've already picked this up. I have the package, and they're still not able to locate it. Maybe because I have it, but like the guy at Walgreens scanned it, so it shows FedEx that I picked it up. And then they emailed me this morning, and they were like, "We can't find your package." I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me!" So I replied to the email to FedEx. I'm like, "I'm going to send a reply, and I'll put it up here so you can see it verbatim, basically." But I basically said, if FedEx is the most incompetent company that I ever had to work with, you said that the package was delivered when it wasn't, and then now when it was delivered and I'm in possession of it, you say that you can't find it. And I said, I no longer need your help, but you were never much help to begin with. So I sent that email and just kind of letting them know, like whoever's reading it, like you guys just are totally screwing this up. And I swear to you, the funniest thing then happened. I got another email, maybe because I responded to the email and opened up a case, but I just thought it was funny that like it said, the case is now like reopened trying to locate my package. I'm like, oh my gosh, like FedEx, like holy freaking cow. I just thought that was too funny not to share. Like, so anyway, so let's get into it here. I've got 3 orders going out, and we're going to get those pulled real quick. Okay, first item going out, I already forgot where it was. It's in file cabinet 4 with some Cabela shorts. I think these are it right here. Oh, that's American Eagle. That's limited. Cabela's. I think that says Cabela's. Look at my awesome handwriting. I must have been in a hurry. I got these at Goodwill for a little over $1, and these sold for $10.59 plus shipping on eBay. Next item was a Poshmark item in Q. Okay, these are brand is 9 West. They're kind of like pajama shorts for women, leopard print, and got these at Goodwill, and these sold for $8 plus shipping. And then the big item that I sold on Etsy was a new in-box vintage doll from the movie Prince of Egypt, I think it was called. Yeah, the Prince of Egypt. I got this at a yard sale, and it was pretty dirty. Cleaned it all up pretty good. As I'm looking at it now in the light, I missed some spots, but it's new in the package. It's got all the stuff. You can see the guy hasn't been out of the package. He's still all tied up. So this is Moses. And it had a little rip on the back, but it's still new, basically, in the box. But I got this for like under $1. So if you remember, I bought this doll, that Fila long sleeve shirt, that lowrider car, and that Gore-Tex North Face coat. All that stuff at the same sale. I think there might have been even something else that I got earlier. That Nike jacket. Haven't sold a Nike jacket yet, but that Gore-Tex North Face coat I just sold for $55. That lowrider car I think I sold for like $50. That Fila shirt I sold for like $13 just the other day. And then this sold on Etsy, and it's going to Norway. This sold for $49.99 plus shipping. So that is pretty awesome. But yeah, off of that yard sale, I think I spent like $2, and I'm up to like $160, $170 in sales off of that $2 purchase. So that's awesome. All right, guys, that's all I have for you tonight. I appreciate you spending some time with me and coming by the channel. Be sure to leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns, and I'll answer them in a video. I'm going to do some yard sailing this weekend. If it doesn't rain too bad, I'll probably try to get out there. But that's about it. If you haven't yet, guys, please like and subscribe. That really does help me out a lot. If you want to hit that bell notification, you'll be notified whenever I upload a video or if I go live or all that good stuff. So, but we're creeping up also on our subscribers. I'm almost at 700. So if you want to make sure to share to somebody that you think would like these videos, go right ahead. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers, and I'll do another giveaway. So appreciate you guys' help. I appreciate you coming by the channel and watching. I hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.